it's your girl Kyra Brene, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. So today we're going to be installing this hair from Tinashe hair, and right now I'm just showing you guys how the hair came packaged. And I really love that they gave me a silk bag so I could put my wig in once I finish with it, and of course it came with the hair in there. And they also provided me with a wig cap, and they also gave me a card with all the information on how to take care of the wig and stuff. So before we get further into the video, I just want to mention that this video is not a sponsor. I did buy this hair with my own money, and this is what the hair looked like when it came straight out the package. This hair was very soft and very silky, y'all. I could not stop running my fingers through it. And the hairline was also pre-plucked. This unit is a 24-inch transparent lace. It's 13 by 4, and the density is 180. And I'm really in love with this length and the thickness of this hair, y'all. And look at it, it just moves so effortlessly. I'm in love with this hair. So first thing we're gonna do is bleach the knots. I decided to use 2 different developers. Actually, I ended up using just the Claro, I don't know how to pronounce that, but that's the one I ended up using. So as you can see in this clip, I'm gonna go in and do 2 scoops, but eventually I realized that I wasn't gonna have enough, so I ended up putting 1 extra scoop in there and a little bit more developer to get me so I could have enough to spread across the wig. When pouring in the developer, I kind of like to just wing it, and I like to start off by pouring just a little bit and mixing it in, as you can see, and getting different kinds of consistencies until I get the one I like. This is the consistency that I really wanted. It's like a toothpaste consistency. It's really thick, and it's good to just put on top of the lace. So I have been experimenting with different ways to apply the bleach to my knots. So I forget what YouTuber I saw that does this, but I decided to turn the wig inside out and pin it to my wig head, and then I'm just going to start applying the bleach like that with my brush. So once the bleach is covered all over the lace, this is what it should look like, and I'm just gonna let it sit for 20 minutes and then come back and check on the hair. Once that 20 minutes is finally up, this is what it looked like, and I kind of over bleached the knots a little bit. As you can see, the little brassiness on the roots, but it's okay, I'm gonna fix it. So now I'm just gonna go in and just wash the hair after I rinse the bleach out. And of course I'm taking my Millie, I still don't know how to pronounce this name of shampoo, but y'all know I love this shampoo. I used it in my last hair video, and it always gets the hair nice and squeaky clean. Once I've thoroughly washed and rinsed out the shampoo, I'm just going to go in and start toning the lace with my Shimmer Light shampoo. As y'all saw just a few seconds ago, the lace was very brassy looking, as it always does look after you bleach it. So I'm just going to go in with the Shimmer Light shampoo and get that taken care of. Now I feel like the key to toning with the Shimmer Light shampoo is to apply it to the lace and then let it sit. I don't let it sit for a long period of time. I don't let it sit no longer than 10 minutes. So I think I'm going to go in and just let it sit for at least 5 to 10 minutes. And then I'm going to come back and show you guys what the lace looks like after it's all done. Alright, so after I rinse out the Shimmer Light shampoo, I'm going to go in with this conditioner. And y'all, this is the best conditioner that I've ever used, especially on my natural hair. I love this brand. I love Suave. But it's just, I don't know what it is about this specific one that is just works magic. So I put it on the hair and it instantly made the hair soft because, you know, I have Bleach the Knots. I got bleach on some parts of the hair, so it's feeling a little, you know, feeling a little brittle. So I put the conditioner on and y'all, it feels super soft. Like, I've never felt hair this soft before in my life. So I'm just going to apply the conditioner and comb it through. I don't let this sit for a long time because I don't want the conditioner to weigh the hair down. I just wanted to make it softer. So I'm just going to apply the conditioner, comb it through, and then rinse it out. Okay, so now I'm going to use this towel and I'm just going to use it to squeeze out the excess water that is in the hair. Usually when I do this, I like to use a cotton t-shirt to reduce the frizz and stuff that the hair might get from the towel. But this is all I had with me, so I'm just going to use a towel and squeeze out as much water as I possibly can. Alright guys, so now we're moving into the plucking process of doing the hair. So when I like to pluck my wigs, I like to make sure all the hair is combed back, and as you can see, the hair is still wet. So I like to pluck my hair when it's still wet and when it's all combed back. As I stated earlier, the wig did come pre-plucked, but it wasn't plucked enough to my liking. So all I'm going to do is part off a little section in the front, and then I'm just going to start plucking. And one thing that I do want to mention is when you are plucking your hair, make sure you are continuously combing it out so you can see exactly what you're doing and how much hair you are taking out, because you may overpluck the hairline and then you're going to end up with bald spots, and that's not what we want. So please make sure when you're plucking, make sure you keep combing out the hair. Now, once I finish plucking behind that little hair that I parted out, I'm just going to go and brush all the hair back again, and I'm going to start plucking the actual hairline. And I'm making sure that I don't pluck the front, like the part that looks very brassy. I'm making sure to stay away from that and just like pluck behind it and not pluck directly on top of it. Alright, so this is the amount of hair that I took out when I first plucked the wig. I did end up plucking the wig again later on in the video, but I did not record that part, but I did end up plucking it again. Alright, so now that I have my ball cap on and the hair is freshly plucked, blow dried, and all that stuff, I'm just going to go in and start applying it and measuring out how it will look on my head. Alright, so now I'm gonna go in with this white eyeliner pencil, and I'm just gonna make marks along the wig just so I can know where I want it, where I want the placement to be on my forehead. So now that I made the white marks all around the perimeter of my hairline, I'm going to start taking the hair out so I can cut my ear tabs and make sure they're right. You're going to see me put another white mark by my sideburns, and that's going to let me know where I need to cut, because I want it to be really precise when I cut my ear tabs out, and I don't want to mess it up. Alright, so now that I cut my ear tab, I'm going to start spraying my Got To Be Glue free spray to lay my wig down, and y'all, the glue got inside my eye. Like, I don't know what's wrong with my spray, but every time I spray it gets all in my eye and it burns so bad. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to glue down this side. I did not cut the ear tab on the other side yet. I just decided to do half of my head at one time and then just switch to the other half. So right now I'm just going to glue down this half with the Got To Be Glue free spray, and then I'm going to move on to the other side and do it off camera. So when I'm drying the free spray onto my lace, I like to go in with my blow dryer and have it on high heat but low air. And this is probably the most ghettoest thing that I've ever done, but I couldn't find like a good elastic band to tie my lace down, so I cut the string to my do-rag and I just clipped it up in the back and I let it sit for 20 minutes. And right here in this clip, I'm just going in fixing my middle part because that's what I decided I wanted, and I'm just going with my mousse and just make sure it's all laying down and flat and stuff while the lace is still melting. If y'all remember from my last video, y'all know how I was using tropical roots. Well, y'all, I got me a new mousse that is way better than tropical roots, and it's not sticky. It doesn't make my hair hard or nothing, and it gives my hair a nice shine. I use the Maximum Shine and Wave mousse, and I forgot, I show you in the video, but I forget how to pronounce the name. But y'all, I really love this mousse, and it really had my hair laying flat and sleek, especially after I went in with the hot comb. So now I'm just taking off this little string that I had to melt my lace down, and y'all, this lace was melted. Now before I cut the lace off, I'm just going to go in with my hot comb and start making sure that my middle part is really flat and down the middle, especially where I put the mousse and stuff at. Alright guys, I left this clip in just to show you guys how dumb I be sometimes. Because as you can see, I didn't cut the lace off my wig yet, but I still am about to try to do my baby hairs on top of the lace, which is a no. Make sure you cut your lace off before you try to do your baby hairs. Because I'm going to realize it once I've already done the baby hair, and then I'm going to have to mess the baby hair up and then cut my lace off. so once I fix that little mistake, I'm just gonna go in my scissors and I'm just gonna start cutting in slits so it can make it easier for me to razor off the lace in sections, and then I'm just gonna cut it off. As you can see, when I was cutting my lace, I alternated between the scissors and the razor because I felt like the scissors helped to get the little parts and the razor helped to get the zigzag natural looking cut of the lace. And so once I finish cutting that off, I'm just gonna lay my baby hairs and I'm gonna do the other half off camera. So when I'm doing my baby hairs, there's not a specific way that I do them. I just like to do them as I do my natural baby hairs, which is usually like 2 on one side, 1 in the middle, or if I want to get fancy, I just do little squiggles of my adult hairs or whatever. So I'm just gonna finish up my baby hairs and then I'm gonna start styling the hair. Alright, so I really wanted my hair bone straight, so I'm going in with my flat iron. I don't know the name of this flat iron, I just know it's a titanium flat iron from Sally's, and I'm going in the heat was on 370, I believe. And I'm just gonna go in and straighten this whole hair so it can be nice and straight. I didn't put any heat protectant, any serums, or anything in the hair. I only put something in afterwards, and you're gonna see it at the end after I finish straightening the hair. so now that my hair is flat ironed, I did have some little flyaways at the top, as you can see. So I'm going back in with my mousse again, just to make sure everything is flat and nothing is sticking up or anything. And y'all, I'm really in love with this mousse. Like, you can see how silky and shiny it left the top of my hair. Like, that tropical roots, stay away from it because it does not work like this mousse does, I promise you. Stiff where, huh? Oh, I thought somebody said my hair is stiff. Okay, so now we're going in with the spray that I was telling you guys about. I used this in my last video, and I love this spray, y'all. It just makes my hair feel so soft and so silky, and it made it easier for me to run my hands through the hair too. I went in with a lot, and it kind of weighed the hair down, so you don't really need to spray a lot. I was really wanting my hair really shiny and really silky. So yeah. So this is the finished product of my hair. I'm in love with how it came out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.